Alright guys, this is MobileGamerNerd and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only run champion spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at a new guy that we kind of just threw together within the last probably few days actually. Sanctum Protector. We got a 5-star blessing on him, so we want to test him out and see what he's all about. And yeah, let's see what he can do. So, skills. His A1, he attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn, which is, I mean, for an A1, it's good. I mean, anytime you can stun or stop somebody from attacking, it's not bad. You got a 25% chance when booked. Then he attacks all enemies, then places a 30% increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. So that's actually good. You get a full attack on everyone, and everyone gets some defense. So great for like Dragon or any dungeon where you're having trouble staying alive. Then we have his A3, attacks one enemy, has a 70% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn. Basically 100% chance once you do it, and the cooldown drops by 1, so that's kind of nice. You get a provoke. So he could be used in Magma Dragon. He could be used for pretty much anything that requires you to provoke someone. For the blessing, we went for faultless defense because whenever an enemy attacks an ally under increased defense buff placed by this champion, it reflects a portion of the damage back at the attacker. Basically, he's got an AoE defense up. So there you go. He's always going to be reflecting damage. So let's see what we did with his masteries. We did a basic kind of War Master thing. He's not really going to be a damage dealer, so to speak. So yeah, we didn't really want to go with Helm Smasher. We went with War Master just because it's a little bit easier to give some damage based on the enemies that we're fighting, especially since the enemies we're trying to beat are a lot stronger, have much more HP, so War Master will have a better effect. Then we went down all this, look at that, straight line down to 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff cast, so that's for his defense up. And yeah, we got his 5% chance to decrease the cooldown of a skill, and then accuracy stuff so he can land everything that he needs to land. All right, let's look at his status. We've got what? Crit rate on his glove, we've got defense on his chest, and we've got speed on his boots. He is a defense hero, which basically means that all of his skills damage are based on defense, which is kind of nice. So he's going to do way more damage with that defense chest. Definitely wanted to do that. And funny enough, we've been getting a lot of rings and things from the He-Man event and from other things, so we actually had some reasonable gear for him. We put him in a defense ring. It's got HP, defense, and a little bit of attack for no reason. We've got crit damage on his amulet, nice 40%. It's got resistance, defense, accuracy, and a little bit of attack as well. And then we put him in an accuracy banner, just because obviously we want him to land all the things that he wants to land. And it has HP, defense, and a little bit of attack. Seems to be a common thread here. We did put some gear on him that does have some ascensions. So we have some HP, some attack, some more HP, more HP, more HP, and more HP. Kind of worked out well. We have him in the Immortal set, so he is going to be healing himself, and then we gave him an extra 10% HP in defense by using Resilience. Let's take a look at his total stats. Boop, right there. All right, here we go. 49,000 HP, which is pretty reasonable for a hero that's defense-based. He's got 2,300 attack. He's got 4,000 defense, so we're actually pretty high up there. 202 speed. We've got 87 crit rate, 155 crit damage, 144 resistance, and 360 accuracy. So this build actually came along pretty easy with the stuff that we have, and it worked. It just kind of worked out in my favor. So let's take a look and see what he can do. Let's go into the arena first. No, we don't want to buy anything. There we go. Arena, always arena. I want to see what he can do and how he can do it. So let's see. Let's get a team that doesn't have... Here we go. This is a reasonable team that's annoying. It's got a couple heroes that suck. Let's go in here. I'm going to take her out and bring in my boy. Where'd he go, actually? He's at the beginning of everything. There he is. Boom. All right, so now he does a defense up. So do we want to bring her? I think we're going to. Let's just try it. So we're going to do this not on auto. Now, attack up isn't going to help him. Remember that. So technically speaking, having her is really only going to help us speed up. So now we can freeze everyone. Fortunately, that guy's dead. Let's see if he can kill everyone with his AoE. He did not, as you can see. Like I said, he's not super strong when it comes to that AoE. I mean, look at this. Watch the damage she does comparative to your Carl, you know? So he's really just there to make sure that you are more defensive. All right. How much did he do? Let's take a look. He did 28k on that versus Yannika's 45. All right, so, and that's with him having reasonable defense and everything else. Let's find a different team. Sure, this is a good one. This is one that should survive, right? Really, we need someone who can do defense up, which is what he does. So the second round, he would actually be stronger. All right, so now we're going to do the freeze. All right, so so Wukong did not get frozen. So what do we want to do here? Maybe, I don't know if it's going to help us, but we're going to try and provoke him. All right. Let's see if it works with the single target. It did not. It worked only on him. See, but he survived that, so that's actually not bad. So now we got to go for Mr. Him, Mr. Death Knight. All right, so we've got that. We're going to revive. And we're going to try and remove all this crap that's going on with Wukong, because none of it's looking good. Here, we're going to do the AoE. All right, we've got defense up, so that's good, even though it didn't help. Let's do our attack up to heal a little bit. See if we can get a stun off, maybe. Nope. This is a rough team. It's because basically anytime you have Wukong and Death Knight, yeah, this is a loss. That's a loss. All right, so he's not good for that fight. All right, let's go into a different fight that doesn't have a bunch of people who suck. Let's see. This one has a bunch of people that suck. Let's find a team that he can be reasonable with. It's always hard to find a reasonable team. Yeah, this is not a reasonable team. All right, anyone. Everyone's got the same team. Here we go. This is a normal team. Let's just see. Let's see how they handle themselves. Yeah, Brogni is rough, especially when paired with Wukong and Death Knight. They're kind of tough, so if you don't have the right heroes, like I would have definitely won with my other team because I could have taken that other guy out with the turn meter drop, which would have been nice, but unfortunately we're trying to do this without that. All right, so basically we could provoke him, but we're going to do the defense up because we don't want to die. So we have more of a defense up. Now we can try and kill him. And then boom. All right, so they're dead. Now we'll try to kill her, even though it didn't work. We're going to steal her turn meter. All right, let's see what he can do with his provoke hit. Boom. Weak hit, 5,500. I've seen him do 40 or 50k with his main hit, but that was in PvE. Remember, we're going to have a much different experience in PvE. I mean PvP. So let's put it this way. I'm not going to choose him for this. It's not someone that I would bring into the arena, to be honest. You'd be better off with someone like Mithrala, obviously, or bringing someone who can do defense down. That way you can kill them faster. So would I choose him for this specific thing? No, I would not, as you just saw. He did die. We did die, and yeah, he doesn't seem to be doing much damage in there. Really, Helm Smasher is what you're going to want for the arena. So if you are going to use him for the arena, I would put him in Helm Smasher. And even then, it's probably not worth it unless you really get his crit damage up to like 250. So you'd have to change him around and not make him as, flexible as I have made him. All right, let's go into dungeons. Let's see. I think Faction Wars are closed right now. Yeah, it's closed right now, so we can't go in. We did use him in Faction Wars for a little bit. We were able to beat a stage that we were not able to beat before, but we didn't 3-star it. So I'm hoping that by bringing other heroes in, we can do that. So he is reasonable for Faction Wars. We do have, 55 stars in Sacred Order. So he will at least get you to 55 stars. So is that good? It depends on how far you are. All right. Like, would I build him specifically for Faction Wars? I can't say yes or no right now because we're trying to beat that. And I think him with certain heroes might be able to beat it. So I'm not going to say no, but I will say he's not the number one. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's go into dungeons and see what we can do in Dragon. So now if we were going to go into Dragon, we'll do stage 15 just because, once again, I don't want to take forever. We're going to take Mithrala out. We're going to do a normal team. All right, we'll bring in... Who do we got here? We've got him. We'll bring in War Maiden, Spirit Hose. So she's attack up, defense down. Do we need anyone else? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to see if they're going to make it. All right, so we'll do defense. There we go. So, yeah, we'll just try that. We'll try it with the HP, see how it goes. Like I said, we want to try stage 15, not because we can't do 20, but because we want to speed the process up. We don't need this video to be 40 minutes long. We just want you guys to see what he can do and how he does it versus them. And the thing is this will also be just as much of a chance for him to show off how much damage he can do versus everyone else. Say, look, 25k. That wasn't bad. I think we saw him do 40,000 in campaign. So we're up against heroes that are a little bit stronger. Ooh. We also don't have attack up and defense down. Would have been nice. Oh, we got defense up now. So he's actually a pretty reasonable switch over from Valerie. Because, I mean, Valerie does shields, which is nice, but he does defense up. So both kind of function in the same way. His defense up makes you take less damage. Her shields make you take less damage. So, and look at that. He's only took 1,600 damage from that hit. So he's not going to get killed easily. Let's put it that way. He does have 4,000 defense and over 50k HP. So there we go. Now we've got our defense up. Let's see how much damage this dragon does. I have a feeling we're not going to find out. Because his defense down, his defense up is going to probably wear off once the hit actually comes off, unless he gets another hit. 30k, not bad. I'll take it. I mean, Kale just did 35 on his regular hit. Yeah, that didn't seem to do much. Of course, he seems to be putting defense up at the wrong time. We got into it at a bad rotation, so you'd probably be best served by switching over. And look at that, 20k, yeah, he did all right. Let's see. So he did 266,000. So he did beat Apothecary. We have had heroes that don't beat him. And then Spirit Host and Kale's at 350. That's actually not a bad situation. I'm not going to lie. Let me see. Let's get out of here real quick. Let's go into Ice Golem 15. Let's see how he functions here. Now, green is strong against red, okay? So that actually might work to our benefit. So we're going to bring in the same team. All right, and then who else did we bring in? War Maiden, right? War Maiden, where are you? Where's the War and the Maiden? Here she is. All right, so we're going to leave defense in the lead this time. I think. Yeah, we're going to leave defense. Now, this is going to help him do more damage because he's defense-based, right? And once again, this is his playground now. Look at that. 30k across the board. So yeah, now we're in a playground where he can function correctly. The dragon was the wrong affinity. Now we're in a situation where, look at that, 40k. He's already doing more. And we have the defense up from Apothecary. So now you're going to start seeing some better damage out of him. It's conceivable he might even out-damage Kale in this fight for the affinity that we're on. There you go. Look at that. Oh, crazy hits. And we have defense up, which is going to help keep your team alive. So is this something you could use? Yeah, sure. This is definitely a hero that I would bring into this kind of a fight. And honestly, I may even use him in the higher end fights if I didn't have Mithrala who can do a higher defense up. But he could be a useful hero if we're fighting against a red affinity. Ooh, 50k. See what I mean? Against the right situation, you can make him do some serious damage. Here you go. Defense up at the perfect time. We didn't even take any damage there. It was like nothing. It was like 3k. Smackadillies. He's doing good damage here. Like, I'm actually shocked. Look at that. Freezes and damage, but look, he didn't even take any damage. He is a beast of damage. There you go. He got a stun off, so we actually got some crowd control, which is nice. So it's useful. Even if it only happens once a fight, it's still one fight. That's one attack that you can get rid of. Look at that. Defense up, no damage. Taking about, funny enough, it's 30% less damage, but it always looks like half. And then he's dead. Now let's take a look. So now we've got Kale doing 437 and Sanctum Protector doing 371. So we're only 60k off. War Maiden kind of came in strong here with a red. I mean, she did 525. She actually beat Kale in that fight, which is crazy to me. Apothecary and Spirit Host did not do so well and did not fare so well. So let me see. Would I bring him anywhere else in the other dungeons? Probably not. I think this might be his playground, is right here. Also, the dragon could be useful. I don't know if he's the best option for the dragon. I think here he's a little more useful. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we get rid of these guys. All right. And we bring in Syl. Now, we have removal of debuffs, but we could take that out and put in, say, someone like Mithrala. So this is like a higher end version, all right, that we've got him. So now we've got attack up, defense up. We've got more defense up. We've got defense up here. We've got a defense hero here. So everybody here is pretty much defense except for Apothecary, but we have him in a lot of defense anyway. So we have a full defensive team. And then we could bring in somebody who is, I don't know, you could bring in like a fire hero. You could bring in pretty much anyone. I mean, at this point, what I'll say is defense down could be a good option if you're trying to do some, some special stuff. But I'm going to say, let's see. We have one reviver. so we don't really need anyone else. We could bring in someone who does attack down and keeps him in at bay. So maybe someone like her could work. Let's try it. We'll go into stage 20 and see how he functions at higher level. So now this would be a higher level team to hopefully get you through the fights. So now we've got defense up, even though we already had it with Mithrala. See, she's going to come in and do it again anyway. Look at that. Nice provoke. They're actually doing reasonable damage here, considering. Petrify is really there just to make sure the boss doesn't kill us. That's really what her purpose would be in this situation, to drop the attack of everybody. The poisons are definitely helpful for at least the waves and for the ads. So yeah, you could use her for that kind of thing. Is she the best choice for this area? Probably not, but you never know. She could be good. We'll find out as soon as this goes through. Really, it's always the boss. The waves are just long and boring. The boss is where you're going to see the damage come up. And these are the kind of teams that could basically pull you through into hard mode. Like, until you get to hard mode, like these guys could run you probably up to stage 25 if you're building them right. So don't think that you can't get through it just because you've got crap heroes. Like, I brought Mithrala because I wanted to show a little bit higher end team, nothing too crazy. Like, I didn't want to start bringing in 4 or 5 different legendaries. I think Mithrala and Syl are essentially the best versions here. They're the easiest to acquire outside of maybe Yannicka and, well, Cleo's easy, but she takes a while. Like, I could have brought her in, but I didn't want to. I wanted to try and keep it, I want to try to keep it as rare friendly as possible. All right, so now really the question here is whether or not they can kill the ads before the boss starts attacking, which in this scenario shouldn't be a problem because it looks like we're not doing too much damage. There you go. We got our shield back up, removals. That stun could be helpful if he gets one off, but it's only 25%, right? So don't get too excited. It's not going to happen often. We got it from Syl before we got it from Sanctum. Oh, look at that. Provoked right into face for 50k. I'll take it. Now we've got attack up, defense up, smack. Yeah, we're doing pretty well here. It's not terrible. I was hoping she would get a defense down or stun. So yeah, it looks like he's holding his own in here. I have a feeling when it's all said and done, he's going to have pretty reasonable damage. I don't think he's going to compare to Mithrala. Petrify is not going to be... I don't know. I have a feeling Petrify might not be as high. But she does put up some numbers, so we'll see. Rot Pulse. So yeah, poisons are effective on this one. It's hard mode where he becomes... No, it's not effective. So poisons are less interesting in hard mode. Now, could we bring him into hard mode? I mean, you're really scratching at the barrel with him if you are, but can you? Yes. Like, we could conceivably bring him into hard mode as a defense up hero, but it would have to be paired. The reason it works with him and Mithrala is because they're both putting up defense up. So at every moment of the fight, you pretty much have defense up. Even if it's a lower version, you're constantly having that defense up, which stops you from getting that, that one-off smack in the face. So I think Ice Golem is really a good place for him if you're going to build him for something. Ooh, see what I mean? Getting rough there. Ooh, thank God we have a reviver, which is what we don't need. So really, the only thing this team really needs at this point would be someone to do a little bit more damage so that you could kill the ads faster, so that single target or his big whack hit doesn't kill anyone. You would need to get these ads killed a little bit quicker, or bring someone who can block revive. That's also an option. Someone like Armiger, you could bring them in instead of Petrify, but then you wouldn't have these attack downs and stuff. So, all right, let's look at the numbers. So that's actually kind of ridiculous. Look at this. Petrify, I knew Petrify was going to be a monster. Mithrala actually did not do as much. She did 1.25. And Sanctum only did 20k less than Mithrala in that fight, and he died. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy how much damage he did versus these guys. He's putting up numbers, man. I told you, he's very surprisingly good. All right, so yeah, we got Syl down here at 600, Apothecary at 4. So our main 3 damage dealers essentially basically did the same amount of damage outside of Petrify, kind of crushing them. But yeah, everyone else is right on point. So yeah, this looks like it's probably the place that I would say he's good for using him. Just got to keep him alive. That's it. He stayed alive pretty long. He just got unlucky on that hit. Yeah, I think he had a defense down. I don't remember. I didn't even see it, to be honest. As far as anything else goes, would I use him anywhere? No. I mean, the Cursed City, I'm sure he's useful in here if you have the ability to use Banner Lords or anyone else. Let's see. Let's take him out, take her out, and see who we got here. Can we use? Is he in this row? No, this is not Bannerlord. Let's get out of here. Let's see if there's a fight that has Bannerlords in it. Not Bannerlords. He's the other one. I was like, he's the other one. Nope, don't see him there. Let's see, boss fights. Let's see if we take you out. Is he in here? Nope. They really do not like that team. I was about to say, if it's in there, I'm going to be really angry. I wanted to see if there was anything here we could fight him with. No. Oh, here, of course, Bannerlords. He's not in Bannerlords, though. He is not a Bannerlord, man. He is the other one. I don't think we have any fights we can do with him because nobody. Yeah, it's all the wrong affinities. I figure I would at least try to see if there's something here, but unfortunately there is not. So that's sad. But yeah, I mean, you could use him in here for rooms. He's a good build. I mean, he's a good hero for things like that. There's nowhere in Doom Tower I could think of to use him outside of Magma Dragon, but unfortunately Magma Dragon is not open right now, so I don't think I would, there's nothing I could do, unfortunately, to show him in here. Can he take on something like this? I don't know if he would be good for Celestial Griffin. He is pretty strong. I don't even honestly know the team that we use for it, so maybe we'll try it. We'll give it a shot, right? Let's take a look. All right, so the team we use in here, I think we have a higher end team for the Griffin. I think we have to use a higher team of Griffin. Here we go. So we use Drex. So this is a reasonable team here. So we could conceivably do someone else. I don't know who I would take out of that team, though. Let's try it. We're here. We might as well give it a shot. And this is the first round, so it's not like it's a big deal. So we did use you, Apothecary. Where do we got? Drex, Apothecary, and my guy. So where is he? Where is my boy? Here we go, him. So this is kind of the team that we were using. We had accuracy in the lead. Drex is pretty good in this fight, I'm not going to lie. He stays alive, but you know what? Sometimes you got to take the hits. Let's see if these guys can handle it. Now, this is hard mode, remember. This is not normal mode. So it's the first run of hard mode. So the question is, can they do what they need to do? I don't know. We're going to find out. And I also don't know if this is a spot that I would use him to be on. But you know what? We'll see. Really, the only thing you need to do in here is win, right? So if I do it with Sanctum Protector or with Drex, does it matter? I think the answer is no here. And the thing with this fight is that it can't go long. Like, you can't have a long fight for this, otherwise the boss ends up killing you. But since we can't show Magma Dragon, I figured why not? We'll go in here. We'll give you guys some magic. It's time to drink some coffee. Technically, I should be doing the live show right now, but I changed my mind. We're going to do it a different day. All right. After this fight, we're good. I just had to make sure that we're not going into like the 40-minute range. I want these champion spotlights to be reasonable. So it looks like everyone's doing their jobs. Like I said, the waves in these fights are usually not bad. And it doesn't look like these guys are doing any crazy damage right now. Hopefully they can kill some enemies. That's the only thing about Drex that's kind of cool. He does kill things, but he's not that fast. He's definitely nowhere near as fast as another hero that I would consider bringing in here for damage output. Oh, look at that. He did a weird lightning move. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. It's funny that I feel like Sanctum's going to be the heavy hitter for this fight if we win. All right, that's one down. That's two down. Let's see what he can do. All right. So he's going to start throwing stuff at us, but he's got high HP, remember, so that's the good news. He's got high HP, high defense, so he can take hits. So the damage from him isn't going to do that much. All right, the speed down is bad with Syl, but you know what, we're going to keep it anyway. I already know. All right, so he did 15k with that War Master. That's not bad. And that was he didn't crit on the main hit. Oh, he actually got his attack off. All right, remove the buffs. He took away all of our stuff. I mean, so far, we're only at 4 wings, so I don't want to get too excited. People start dying very quickly here. It's funny. This is one of those fights where you think you're doing good, and you're like, oh, yeah, yeah, we'll win. Like, it doesn't look hard at all, right? Right now? Yeah, that's because you're only at 6 wings. As soon as this starts going up, all right, he's going to start going crazy ham and doing crazy damage. So, luckily, it does cap out. I think it's 16, maybe 20. I don't remember where it capped. I think it might be 20 or 16. I don't remember. We'll see if we get to it. So, you're already starting to see some HP drop on all of these guys. It's funny that he's taking pretty bad damage when he's got, I think, the highest damage outside of everyone. Maybe Apothecary's a little higher. False bravado. He did about 30k. We got a smite. Boom. Always good. More speed downs. Good. That means he won't get his turn as quick, even though he's going to throw it on us like a jerk. There you go. Speed down, but we got that smite off again, which is nice. Defense up is always good. This is like the bonus round for this champion spotlight, just so you can kind of see that we can use weird heroes. All right, so she got that second hit off, as you can see on him. So yeah, he's looking a little rough right now around the edges. There, he's dead, so he's the first one to die. Everyone else is pretty defensive. He's back up and running. He got unlucky and got hit with that heal reduction. Now we've got defense up. We just need to heal him up. Oh, he's dead again. Look at that. See, everyone's getting murdered. I told you, once you start getting to that 20 mark, you're going to start seeing some bad things. We're going to see if he revives the right person here. Yep, did not. We wanted him to revive Syl, not Syl. What the hell's her name? Yeah, Syl. That's who we wanted him to revive. So now if she can get off some smites, we can still win this. So this is about as high as it gets. So we've got a Hex. She just can't really go below half HP, because then that starts happening. And we're dead. Oh, look at that. We didn't know we had a smite. And there we go, dead. So if he didn't die, actually probably would have been pretty good. So yeah, would I use him for this? I mean, probably not. But hey, we can win with that team. So if they got one more smite off, I mean, as you see, there's a very little HP there. But as far as damage goes, yeah, see, this is why we lost. He did 400,000. Mithral's doing 1.4. So would I choose him for this? No. To be honest, we could probably do this if we took Syl out and brought in Drex. Like, that would actually probably be a better option, because we don't really need her revive. She revived him. We don't need her revive if we can kill him faster. You know what I mean? So bringing in another hero who can do, I mean, we only had like this much health. So bringing in another hero who can do a lot of damage quickly, like Mithrala, and then this evens out. And you've got your defense up. You got defense up, even though he pretty much steals it most of the time. But yeah, it could work. I'm not mad at it. Let's put it that way. That was a good run for a fight that didn't need to have him in it. All right, so I'll take it. And that's hard mode Doom Tower, so that's actually pretty hard. That's where things start getting a little crazy. All right, so yeah, Sanctum Protector. He's an interesting cat. I'll give him that. You could definitely put him in some interesting combinations of sets. I've heard someone commented about him using poison. I've heard, people using him in what is it? The Relentless. Like, there's all kinds of stuff you could use him with. A shield set to keep everyone alive for the waves. I mean, there's definitely some stuff you can do as long as you defense him up and make him got at least a little bit of crit damage. He'll do something, and he'll put up some numbers. But yeah, he's a reasonable hero. I'm glad we got him. I'm glad we built him. He's going to be another great addition to the team, and I'm kind of excited to see what he's going to do and how he's going to help us out in the coming months, especially in faction wars. All right, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, things you want to talk about, feel free to leave a comment below. You can like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And we do a live show every single week, and you become a member if you're interested for $1.99 a month, and that will get you access to my videos whenever I post them. As soon as they are out, you get emojis and you get a free video every week that is commercial free. All right, so yeah, this is Sanctum Protector, Templar's long lost brother. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys